Hey guys, and welcome back to another Path of Exile 2 video. And in today's video, I want to talk with you about mapping and the atlas, and also how to use tablets and the tower correctly so you get really much more profit out of your maps. And I also want to give you some of my secrets that I use to actually make like 1 to 2 divines each map to make profit out of them. Yeah, and let's start right away. As you can see on the screen, I got a map over here, a waypoint, which says breaches have 37% increase monster density and 66% increase quantity of items found. This is really the best thing that you currently can do to increase the amount of currency in items you find. Because let me explain. As some of you, I was stacking my rarity up to 300 and noticed, okay, it's not changing anything. Yeah, I saw videos. They said, yeah, it's not working. But I'm a magic finder and I like to play magic find, so I also wanted to push my rarity even higher. And then I noticed, okay, my resistance are bad and I'm not dropping that much, and I have to swap something around. And then I remembered in Path of Exile 1, quantity was always the stat which has the most priority and the most value on something, and also mob count. And this is really something you have to know, because this 66% increased quantity on the map, it's not just 66%, because it can proc even higher. We can get a map with over 200% increased rarity, and I will show you how we're gonna do this. And with a map that has 200% increased rarity, and you have some rarity on your gear, or the map has some rarity, that you're basically gonna drop up to 30-40 exalts worth of currency in just this map. And yes, of course, this strategy involves some investment, because those tablets I'm going to show in just a second are not that cheap at all. But they are hella worth it, because when we have more monsters in the breach and they can drop more items, we get more loot. It's really simple. And just to show you how I try to approach my maps, it's basically I try to find areas like this where I see like at least 5 or 6 towers. So because that means with my tablets that you can buy for like 1 divine or 120 exalts, I can boost up this area pretty heavily. And yeah, on the outer rings, they are not that juiced that much, but on the inner circles, from time to time, I have maps with over 120% quantity just on the base, Waystone. And those maps are really profitable. And as you can see over here, there's like 50% and 34% increased monster density. And this is really what you want to look for on your tablets, that you don't want to make to open or close the breach faster, because it basically just fucks up your whole breach. If you don't have the movement speed, or the map layout isn't that good, and the breach just opens and you can't come to kill the mobs, you basically lose everything. So it's better to not to look for just these 2 modifiers, and at least like 7 users on them, and at least like 17% or 18% of increased quantity. And this is really huge, because from time to time I have maps where I drop like 2 divines just on the map, and it's a massive increase. And also the map itself, it's a huge matter. But first, let me show you my Atlas tree, so you understand why I do this and why it's so worth it. So first of all, this is the breach setup you want to run. You don't want to use anything different. Just give me a second. I have a cell over here. Oh, no cell. Okay, let's go back to the video. So this is the only breach setup you want to run, because this sounds nice with the more density, but the ratio how much faster it opens and closes is really bad, and you just go with the extra hands and the magic monster on them, and this is fine completely. So, and now I said that you can get over 200 or 300% quantity on a map that just has like 66% quantity on it. Why is that? So first of all, you skill like the tablet effect. So 8% increased effect on the tablets, and it says the explicit modifiers. You have to know explicit modifiers are always the modifiers which contains the suffix, the prefix, and the suffix. The implicit is always on top of it. So some chests have like base mana in implicit or so, but the explicits are always the bottom 6 ones. So and you can boost those up for like 40% over here. And then you also have 3% increased effect of explicit modifier on your waystone for each tower affecting map area. That means when you have like an area with 5 or 6 towers that affecting one map, you're getting like additional 15% increased also on top on that. So this is scaling heavily good. And then the best thing about this is unstable energizers. It's a coin flip. It's basically head or number. So with a 25% chance, no, you have the chance to increase the prefix or the suffix modifiers by 25%. And I think this happens after all of this happens. So with this 40% increase, and then another 15% increase, and then on top you can multiply that with the base stat by 25, and this is just massive. Like my highest quant map was like 330 quantity and about 280 rarity. It was insane map. And then on the bottom here, you want to increase the rare monster for sure, and the pack size, and then you just want to increase the rarity over here and all of the quantity. The quantity is the most important thing. So you want to skill the quantity over here. So in my case, I maybe go to skill those 2 nodes soon, but I don't know how I want to approach my Atlas then, because I have to give up some nodes. But another really big node that a lot of you misunderstood, and it's super huge. You have to know this. You get 2% increased effect for each explicit modifier on your waystone. That means when your map has like 6 modifiers on it, you get another you get 12% increased on each modifier because you have 6 mods. And this is why you always want to X-slam your maps full to 6 modifiers. If you then corrupt them, they can proc and have 10 modifiers. So it's even better, and the map can even scale higher and higher. Also, then you can double corrupt over here, which is a real gamble, and you can fuck up a lot of maps with this. But it's so massive. If we can double corrupt the corrupted map, and it's just procking, and I think you can go up to 500, 600% increased quantity found on one map just by being super lucky. And then imagine have a 10 breach map. It's massive. So this is the Atlas you want to run, nothing else if you go for Magic Find. And this is the breach setup for this. So let's talk about the map. So there are 2 different types, or just one different type of maps you want to run. So first of all, you have like the base tier 15 maps, which mine look like this. You always want to have quantity and rarity. You have to know that you just can look for quantity maps, because the quantity is a hybrid modifier and it contains rarity anyways. And then if you're lucky, you hit like 100 rarity, because You can have rarity as a second modifier as well. And then the other most important thing is the increased number of rare monster or magic monster. It doesn't matter. You just want to have as much monster or rare monster on the map. And you also have to know that for each modifier, because some of you maybe don't notice, because you skill this and think, okay, that's bad. They are just getting stronger, and how should I kill them? You want more modifiers on the rare mobs, because each modifier on the rare mob increases his quantity and rarity drop chance when you kill him. So this is the deadly evolution you always wanted. And you can have maps which says that a rare monster have one additional modifier or has a chance that have more modifier on them. And they are pretty huge, and they are worth like up to 1 divine or so, because you can get pretty lucky in these maps if you set it up correctly. And this is like the standard tier 15 map. And then there are also like tier 16 maps. And as I said, I have like, this is like a huge map. And I really looking forward to play this and enjoy this map. It also has like 2 open modifiers, so I'm gonna double slam this. And now I have like less effect on curse of them. It doesn't matter for me, and temporal chains also doesn't matter. Which is important? I have 20 quantity, 100 rarity, and 41% increased number of rare monster, and this is a huge map. Also, is tier 16, and you maybe think, okay, where is he getting like tier 16 uncorrupted maps? So you can drop them by doing Uber Arbiter, and you can buy those maps up for like 30 to 40 exalts. They are quite expensive. Yes, it's a half divine for just one map, and it's even getting more expensive if you buy like a tablet for 1 divine for like just 9 users. So it's like 10x for each map or so. So we almost a half a divine just for the map itself. And you also can wait, I'll show this in a second. And this is like, these are the maps that you want to run and where you can find divines and big items and everything else. And then you want to upgrade those maps even further, because you all know these distilled emotions, and you want to use the paranoia one. You're gonna right click it, then the instilling window will open. And then you just put in your map, and then you can juice your map up even higher. And you see what I did here? I increased the number of rare monster on this map, and players are 24% delirious. You don't want to do 3 if you not have the damage or the defense. And I could do 3, but it's really rippy, and I want to enjoy it, so just two of them, and I can instill this. And now I have a really juiced map, which will lead into a lot of bubblegum currency, and yeah, like everything, Exalt, Chaos, and so on, maybe also Divine. And the big secret I also want to share with you to end this video is it's not only about dropping currency in the maps. It's knowing what items you also should pick up, because a lot of you running tier 15 or tier 16 maps and not picking up the right bases, because even when we don't have like huge possibilities or opportunities currently with the essence crafting, there are some, and they are really worth it. And you should start picking up level 82 item bases for like evasion, or even wands or bows or quarterstaffs, and then use like those essence on them, the small one. So they have to be white, and then you just use to get like a mana modifier or defense modifier for a chest, so you can maybe have like a high evasion chest. So imagine you dropping this base white, and then you're gonna slam a defense modifier essence on it, and then having like a tier 10 maximum energy shield or so. It's huge profit. And a lot of you miss that out. Also, if you find items with like double double resistance over 30%, or boots with movement speed on them, and they have like an open suffix or open prefix, go X-slam then. And if they have like 4 out of 6 good modifiers on them and they are pretty high, then you can sell those items for up to 1 divine. And you should look more for these items on your maps. And also, like, a good example is the wand. You can drop those level 80 to 81 or 82 wands in like the tier 16 or tier 17 maps. A lot of you know how to make tier 17 maps. It's basically just having a tier 16 map and then go on a corrupted area, and then you have like a higher tier map. And in this area, you can find like wand bases with item level 81. And then what you can do is you can go to Alba and get one of these electricity essences here. And if you're lucky, you can hit +5 to all lightning spells on this white item, and then it's blue. And then it has so much more potential to be crafted. And let me tell you something. You drop up to 3 to 4 of these wands each tier 17 or 18 map that you run, and they are white, and then you use for 2 exalts essence on it, and if you hit 8 divine. And this is something that happens so much and a lot of the time. And I was dropping like a bow that I just X-slammed once and made like 25 divines with it, because I know what I have to look for on the stats for the item, if and what tier it's worth to maybe do something with the item. And that's my big secret and my advice to you. Just stop selling everything of your items. Take a closer look. Look up the trade page and look up the data, the database from PoE2 to actually see which item has which stat or has which stat on it on which level, and also look up different builds so you know what for what modifiers you have to look for to improve the currency you make out of one map. Because with all of this quantity and rarity on the map, you have so much items they drop, and if you just take the time and get used to it and ID those and X-slam them and Chaos Orb them, or just ID them, yes, then you will find a lot of really, really worth it items. Because currently we can't craft perfectly like in PoE1. We can't say, okay, this item will have those 4 modifiers. It's luck based all the time, and every one of you can be lucky, but you have to start using your currency that you drop to make more currency out of your items. And I think with this, it's everything set. And yeah, you see, I upgraded my build a bit, and also I went down from the rarity some, because I'm trying this out now with lower rarity, and I was successful with higher rarity. If I'm also successful with lower rarity, it's basically just a win-win, because I fixed my resistance quite a lot, and also have like over 6k mana with the Dream Fragment. Yeah, it's a big invest, but efficiency. Be efficient is the key to be good in Path of Exile and have more currency than other ones. And I will upload some gameplay with those juiced maps and show you some breach content. And I hope you learned something from this video and enjoyed it, and gonna tune in for the next one. And yeah, see you soon. And thanks for all of the support. Leave a like, subscribe, and comment. Peace.